If your goal was to become a millionaire with XRP, how much would you have to acquire? At what prices would you need to accumulate? When would you need to sell? How much would you have to sell? Looking at the current price chart and technicals, there aren't currently any reasons to be very bullish. We've been in a multi-year bear market, and while I do believe the markets overall will eventually get bullish, we have to acknowledge the reality we are in. If you are investing into XRP, you are investing into their potential, their use case, the product, the liquidity, the partnerships. You're investing into where this project is going.
Brad, my final question is, we've got so many of these cryptocurrencies starting, I've already asked you about that. A lot of them are going to fall by the wayside. No doubt you're going to still be there in a year's time. But how will this ecosystem look in a year from now?
That's a great question. I think the system is going to continue to evolve where years ago, really, crypto was solving a little bit of illicit, kind of Silk Road and illicit use cases. Then it moved to really a speculative bubble that we saw. And I think you're going to continue to see in 2019 and 2020 and beyond the focus on utility. How are these technologies, how are these digital assets solving real problems for real customers? And absent that real utility, I don't think you're going to see the whole market grow and live up to its potential. It's the reason why Ripple has been so focused on a specific customer, a specific problem, and we've been fortunate to build a lot of momentum with that customer set.
Brad, always good to have you with us. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse there.
This isn't the first time that Brad has really hit the nail on the head, calling for utility, calling for use case, not worrying about the price, not worrying about the mainstream media. And there was another prominent figure who also only worried about the use case of his product and not about the price, from people who did not know any better.
Wall Street Journal reporters get up in the morning, sell Apple short, and then go write stories about us. And it's clear that it's a perception versus reality problem.
Yeah.
They don't know shit about operating systems. They don't know anything about tools. They don't know what's going on in the future. They don't know that we're building icebergs.
Press is going to have a lag time. And the best thing that we can do about the press is to embrace them, do the best we can to educate them about the strategy, but to keep our eye on the prize. And that is turning out some great products, communicating directly with our customers as best we can, getting the community of people that are going to make this stuff successful, like yourselves, in the loop so you know everything, and just marching forward one foot in front of the other. And the press will take care of it. It's like the stock price. The press and the stock price will take care of themselves. By the end of this year, it's going to look quite different. And when you do, I'm like an old man now in this industry, and I've seen the ups and downs, and when you see enough of them, you know that's going to happen. So when you get up in the morning and the press is selling Apple short, go out and buy some shares, That's what I would do. That's what I have done.
Interesting. In my opinion, we find ourselves in what seems to be almost the same situation today with XRP, and you have to look past current price action in the charts. You have to look past the volatility of the market and of crypto as a whole and look at what's happening on the ground floor. And on the ground floor, I see partnerships, capital being raised, acknowledgement, and growth. But this video is not made to go over exactly what XRP is and how it works. I want to specifically see if XRP can realistically make you $1 million in this next upcoming bull run, assuming that it does in fact come. Now, obviously, if you invest a couple dozen dollars and get 1,000 XRP and then say you're going to sell at $1,000, well, good luck to you. I'm not here for that, and I'm not waiting for that. A $1,000 XRP may be 20 or 30 years out. Heck, it may be only 2 years out. I'm not going to claim to even act like I know or act like I can make an accurate prediction, because I can't and I don't know. But I want to look at the situation realistically and objectively and nothing more. Alright, so to me, we are finally at the exciting part of the video. We're going to go over the XRP price, how much you would have to accumulate, how much would you have to buy, at what prices would you have to sell to actually make $1 million. And guys, one thing that I do want to reiterate during this is that I'm not trying to approach this from, hey, let's put in the minimum amount of money, let's get 1,000 XRP and we'll sell it when it gets to $1,000. I'm looking to try to make $1 million on the next upcoming bull run. Therefore, Can XRP go to $100 this next bull run? Absolutely it could. And from the bottom of my heart, I really hope it does happen. But what if it doesn't? What if XRP only reaches $10, $20, $30 on the next bull run? I think if it only goes that high, a lot of people will be left holding the bag, never having sold, never having realized any actual profit. And I want to make sure that I take profit in case XRP doesn't reach those crazy high levels on this current bull run. So that is the goal of this here today. It's, can we actually make $1 million with XRP on this current upcoming bull run? With that said, if you guys are enjoying the video, please go ahead and drop it a like. That would help me immensely. A lot of work has been going into this video, so if you guys could drop it a like and if you guys could subscribe to the channel, that would be absolutely amazing. With that said, let's get into it. The price of XRP at the time of recording is just under 20 cents. It's 0.198435. But for the simplicity of this video, we're just going to assume a round number for XRP, which is just straight 20 cents, not 19.8, not 21.3. Let's just assume the price of XRP you're buying at 20 cents. And I feel as though there's been quite a decent amount of price action at 20 cents. Ripple's been holding 20 cents for a while, so I think it's a fair spot to place it. I think a lot of people have been buying at the 20 cent level. Well, if you put in $2,500 US invested at 20 cents, that would get you 12,500 XRP, and that's give or take because of fees, because of sending fees, because of what exchange you're using. You know, it could be give or take, but roughly 12,500 XRP. Well, if XRP reaches $5, that 12,500 XRP would be worth $62,500. If it hit $10, you'd have $125,000. If it hit $20, you'd have $250,000. And if it hit $30, you'd have $375,000. So as we can see, you would not make $1 million with 12,500 XRP selling at any of these levels. In fact, if you wanted to make $1 million with just 12,500 XRP, you'd have to sell at $80. Selling 12,500 XRP at 80 US dollars would get you $1 million. So that's what it would have to hit. However, what if it doesn't hit $80 on this next bull run? What if it only hits 20? What if it only hits 30? Then 12,500 XRP isn't enough, which means 2,500 isn't big enough of an investment. And I know a lot of you might get turned off right now. $2,500 is a serious amount of money. That is definitely a lot to invest. So thinking of investing anymore for a lot of people, it almost seems like it's out of your range, it's out of your budget, it seems like it's impossible to get to. But I don't care. I want to look at what does it actually take. I don't want to sit here and promise you guys, like so many other people do, like, oh, if you just put $100 into XRP, you can make a millionaire. It only takes a couple $100. The reality is, it might take more than a couple $100. It could take a couple $100 if you're looking to sell XRP at $1,000 a coin. But if you want to realistically become a millionaire, if you don't want to wait till $1,000 a coin and bet on that, I'd rather bet on XRP hitting $10, $20 than bet on it hitting 1,000, because it's easier to win my bet and I can still make money. I hope that makes sense. So if you have $10,000 invested at 20 cent XRP, that would give you, give or take, 50,000 XRP. 50,000 XRP sold at $5 would get you $250,000. At $10 would get you $500,000, and at 20 would get you $1 million. So $20 selling 50,000 XRP would get you $1 million. That's where we need to be. If you sold at $30, it would get you 1.5 million. That is how you can realistically become a millionaire with XRP. Now, we do also have to take into account that you could be accumulating at different prices. So that's with XRP at 20 cents. If you invested $10,000, you'd get 50,000 XRP. You sell at 20 and you make $1 million. But what if you bought XRP down when it dipped to 11 cents? Let's just say you got it at 10 cents. you'd have 100,000 XRP, and at $20 you'd have 2 million, meaning you could sell at 10 million and have 1 million, or you could hold till 20 and have 2 million, or you could hold till 30 and have 3 million. Anyways, if you could buy XRP below 20 cents, this process will be a lot easier for you. If you are watching this video now and XRP is well above the range of 20 cents, maybe it's 60 cents, maybe it's $1, you're going to have to do the math that applies to you. You can do the same math I used. You take the amount of money put in, how much XRP would that get you, and how much XRP would that be worth at the next price. Any price higher than 20 cents, it's going to be harder and harder to accumulate a large amount of XRP. So I think 20 cents and lower is like, it's a screaming buy. Even if XRP dropped down to 5 cents, the amount of XRP you could accumulate. The other thing is XRP is nearly a 1100% increase from bottom to top. So just to return back to the all-time high is 1100% increase roughly. That's off the top of my head. Please don't hold me to that. I believe it's 1100 to 1600%. With that said, guys, I really enjoyed making this video. If you liked it, please drop it a like. Let me know in a comment below what you think. What is your strategy to become a millionaire with XRP? And if you like daily cryptocurrency updates, news, things like that, price action, market sentiment, please subscribe to the channel where I upload a video daily going over all of that. And sometimes I upload a video like this. With all that said, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you all on the next video.